Hi, my name is Malcolm Clemens Young, and I'm the Dean of Grace Cathedral in San Francisco, California. And this is my More Good News broadcast for the first week of April. On this week in 1939, the author John Steinbeck published his book, The Grapes of Wrath. It was a book that made many people hate him. They called him a communist and a labor sympathizer. But it was also a book that won him the National Book Award, the Pulitzer Prize, and probably contributed to him receiving the Nobel Prize for Literature. It tells a story of a Dust Bowl family who moved west in search of a better life. The Joads live in eastern Oklahoma, and the banks foreclose on their various farms. And the banks actually pay tractor drivers to run the tractors across the front lawns of their houses, and they'll actually pay the tractor drivers bonuses if they'll knock the house off its foundations. So the Joads literally have given up everything they own. They've sold everything. Their houses have been foreclosed and made uninhabitable by the banks, and they have nowhere to go, and they go west after reading handbills advertising jobs in California. And as they travel, they see that there are thousands of others of families on the road looking for a better life. And the settled people they meet despise them, they hate them, they call them dirty, they say, go back to where you came from, even though they have nowhere to go. And it's heartbreaking to hear the stories of the losses and the tragedy and the suffering and the hunger and the starvation of these poor families. But in many ways, it's a story that is exactly like what we're experiencing today. There are more refugees today than there have been at any other time in human history. And this week, we learned that the 450 of the children who were separated from their families at the border during the last presidential administration have still not been reunited with their families. It's so easy for us to say, America first, go back to where you came from, and to not see the humanity of people who are suffering. The best part of the book for me is the way that the family, the Joad family, the way they are patient with one another and the way they treat each other with kindness and with love. They meet other families on the road and they try to help whoever they can, whoever comes across their path. And that's what we are as human beings. We're made to look to help one another. We're made in the image of God so that we will see God in one another and look for ways that we can help. Thanks very much for watching.